Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us today for our Alaska Cruising Southbound Adventure virtual introduction meeting. We have two departures for this trip. We have July 18th through the 30th and August 1st through the 13th. We're going to be going over all of the itinerary and giving you all the details. But I am joined today with Sherry Gabora. Most of you know Sherry from Mayflower Cruises and Tours. And we also have Danielle Baird with us, and she is from Holland America. So I am going to, I have to announce it's being recorded, just so everybody is aware, but I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera and turn everything over to Sherry, and she'll get us started.
Great. Hello, everyone at the VISTA Club. I miss seeing you in person, so I wish I could see all of your smiling faces. I am going to turn off my camera as well and show you some beautiful pictures of a trip that the VISTA Club has planned with Mayflower Cruises and Tours. So let's take a look. All right. Beth, you can see everything correct?
I can.
All right. Excellent. Well, welcome. We're going to talk about our Alaska Cruise Southbound Adventure. This has been a requested destination for the VISTA Club to travel back to, and we have two departures planned for the VISTA Club, a July 18th departure of 2023 for the northern region, and then August 1st, 2023 for the southern region. So I'm going to walk you through the trip a little bit more in depth in just a few minutes. But first, I want to talk about what goes into making every trip that the VISTA Club and Mayflower have to offer a memorable experience for you. So VISTA Club, they've thought of everything for you. Your adventure is going to begin with your local group pickup. Round trip airfare has been included from Chicago. And in fact, all the transportation and touring has been planned out and included for you throughout the trip. You'll be joined by a professional Mayflower tour manager. Our tour managers are selected for their knowledge and expertise and experience of the area. Now, we also believe in including local guides and historians that will really bring the destination to life for you with their extensive regional knowledge. Your travel experience is going to include quality accommodations as well as some meals. And then also while on the trip, for your convenience, you're going to have your luggage delivered and picked up from your hotel room. This is a great thing. All gratuities have been included, compliments of the VISTA Club. And last but certainly not least, you are going to be joined by one of the great VISTA Club leaders throughout the trip. Here's a map. You know, I like to show the maps as to where we're going to be going and the area that we're going to be covering. So we'll be flying from Chicago to Fairbanks, Alaska. We're going to spend 2 nights in Fairbanks. We're going to take a journey on the Alaska Railroad, spend a night in Denali National Park, then down to Wasilla, Anchorage, Whittier, and a night in Girdwood. And then we are going to board our cruise through the Alaska and the Inside Passage, and we'll be ending in Seattle, Washington, where we'll catch our flight back home to Chicago. So our journey begins. We're going to fly from Chicago to Fairbanks, Alaska, the land of the midnight sun. Hey, did you ever wonder why they call Alaska the land of the midnight sun? I'm sure you're all saying yes, right? Well, that's because Alaska can get up to 22 hours of sunlight a day during the summer. So if you can imagine seeing the sun at midnight, it is so cool. Now, as far as the temperature goes, the Inside Passage tends to avoid big extremes. So summer daytime highs are mild in the low to mid 60 range, while nighttime lows are in the mid to high 40 range. So our real fun is going to begin on day 2, and we're going to cast off aboard the Riverboat Discovery. This is an authentic stern wheeler. Our 3-hour tour is going to be fully narrated. It's going to take us into the heart of Alaska, and we're going to introduce you to a family who made the rivers of Alaska their way of life for over 5 generations. At the Chena Village, you're going to have a guided walking tour of the Athabascan Indian village with cabins made of spruce logs. There's going to be some guides throughout our time there that will explain how the wolf, fox, beaver, they were all used to provide food and protection in the Arctic climate. Then you'll have the afternoon free. You can either enjoy Fairbanks on your own or join us on an optional visit to a Gold Dredge number 8 camp. If you choose to take the optional trip to the Gold Dredge 8, it'll include a ride on an original rail route with a short narrated journey, as you see here, to the dredge. The Gold Dredge, it has extracted millions of ounces of gold. And then today, it kind of serves as a monument to the hardworking miners who built Fairbanks. Later that evening, we're going to get a taste of the famous Alaskan salmon at dinner tonight, among various other choices, before we head over to the Palace Theater for the Golden Heart Review. Now this show, it is a fun, very comic look at the colorful characters from early and present day Fairbanks. Look at those characters. Now we've got a great experience planned for you as we're going to aboard Alaska's Railroad's flagship, the Denali Star. You're going to roll out of Fairbanks as you pass by College, which is home of the University of Alaska Fairbanks, as well as the school's experimental farm. The first part of the rail journey will take you through part of the historic gold mining districts that surround Fairbanks. You can see here the scenery will definitely be breathtaking as we wind our way from Fairbanks to Denali. So we're going to travel near lakes and over some bridges, and then finally arriving into Denali National Park, where we're going to get off the train. We're going to have the afternoon free for you to be able to explore Denali National Park. But if you're feeling a little bit adventurous, we do have an optional flight seeing trip on a helicopter as you travel through the park there. That's amazing views. At night, we've got a group dinner planned where you'll enjoy some fun, have some festivity, and some food. Get a taste of the old-time Alaska at an Alaskan cabin night. Now, the next day, you're going to be joined by an experienced local guide here who's going to take us on a natural history tour of Denali National Park. We'll see North America's tallest mountain, Denali. You want to keep an eye out for wildlife and their natural habitat here. Departing National Park by George Parks Highway, which will hopefully give you again some more amazing views of Denali through the forest. We're going to make a stop at the Iditarod Trail headquarters to learn about the race and its history. And then tonight, we are going to overnight in Wasilla. Wasilla is a town that gained a bit of notoriety a few years back as being the hometown of former Alaska governor and once vice presidential hopeful Sarah Palin. We'll enjoy a local guided panoramic tour of Alaska's largest city, Anchorage. We're going to learn about the history and the culture of the area, watch a seaplane land on Lake Hood. We're also going to make a stop at Earthquake Park, which will give you an insight to one of the most pivotal moments in Alaska's history. So in 1964, an earthquake happened on March 27th. It was actually Good Friday, and it measured 9.2 in magnitude. It was the largest quake to ever be recorded in North America. Then we're going to be spending a night at the luxurious Alyeska Resort. It is nestled, as you can see here, in lush valley, surrounded by mountain peaks. You've got glaciers and spectacular ocean views. The rich native influences it brings to the natural beauty of Alaska's great indoors here at the resort. If you're not afraid of heights, you're going to want to be sure to take the aerial tram ride to the top of Mount Alyeska. Here's a great picture from above. You can see the resort there below. We have an included visit to the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center. This is a sanctuary that is dedicated to preserving Alaska's wildlife through conservation, education, research, and quality animal control. You get some great pictures and some great views, and of course the wildlife, it's the animals. It's the animals that are the greatest ambassador of all the work that's been done here at the Conservation Center. So most of the animals have come from the that come to this resort, this is not a resort, to the Conservation Center. Most of the animals here have either been orphaned or injured, and they come to the center here, and the Alaska Department of Fish and Game have allowed these animal caretakers to care for these animals and give them a permanent home here at the Wildlife Conservation Center. So after 5 great days of traveling through Alaska on land, we are going to board our cruise ship, Holland America's New Amsterdam, for the next 7 days as we travel the Inside Passage. So with that, I would like to introduce Danielle Baird from the Holland America Cruise Line, and she's going to tell us more about our adventure on the water. So Danielle, I am going to turn it over to you. If you'd like to share your screen, great. And you can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Can you everyone see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, we're good.
Perfect. Okay, so here you guys will board the New Amsterdam. The cruise will start in Whittier. And this year, Holland America Line celebrates 75 years of Alaska exploration. It is longer than any other cruise line. On the sailing and in the ports of call, you will discover Alaska, taste Alaska, and experience Alaska. During the sailing, we will have regionally inspired dining, signature beverages that are from each port of call, and port-to-table cooking demonstrations. There's also a popular shore excursion that you guys can participate in that's called Savor My Catch. The itinerary will go from Whittier to Vancouver. And during this itinerary, it's actually one of the best because you have 2 viewing experiences of the glaciers. Most of our itineraries, you only get to see one. You either have Hubbard Glacier or Glacier Bay, but you will get to see them both. So during the itinerary, the ports of call and on board, you will be up close with Alaska. You'll have outdoor exploration, wildlife adventures, and exclusive food and wine culinary shore excursions. During the shore excursion offers that we have, we'll have options to go and enjoy a winery or also shopping with some of the chefs. The first stop will be Hubbard Glacier. There'll be rangers on board that will give you some information on the background and history of the glacier. And this glacier also dwarfs the other glaciers in Alaska. The next glacier viewing will be Glacier Bay National Park. You are here for a full day. You have 8 hours of being surrounded by amazing glaciers. Again, there will be rangers on board that will discuss the history and culture and give important details of how the glaciers are and all the experiences that have occurred. Also on board will be the Huna Native Culture Heritage Guides that will also give you a background of their culture and history as well. The next stop is Skagway. This town is amazing. It is one of my favorites as well. It is home to the Red Onion Saloon, which is a very famous saloon that is a brothel museum. The distinct lack of chain stores and stoplights is a big attraction for a lot of the tourists. You can also do rafting, hiking, and fishing, and there's galleries and museums to visit as well. Lots to do in this town. The next stop after Skagway is Juneau. It is surrounded by water and forest and mountain sites. There's lots of hiking to do as well. A lot of people's favorite is you can hike a glacier. You can eat fresh fish, and you can also pan for gold. A great thing about Holland America is we have prime docking locations. So we are right at the dock. It saves time from having to bus it and try to find where you're going to go. As soon as you get off the ship, our short excursion pickup area is right there. There's people that you can ask questions to if you want to just go and explore the town yourself. It's very convenient. The next stop after Juneau is Ketchikan. This is one of my favorite towns. It is known for their rain. While you're there, it could rain for maybe 20 minutes and stop and the sun will come out. There's also times where it won't rain at all, but it is a beautiful town that's surrounded by trees and mountains. Lots to do here. If you just want to tour yourself and go and look at the shops, the local eateries, there's also the lumberjacks that do the wood carving and totem poles to look at and zip lining. It's a great town and you'll enjoy your time there as well. Also, we have prime docking at Ketchikan. You're right at the dock. You can get off the ship and tour yourself, but there's also a short excursion pickup there as well. So also on board, as I mentioned earlier, you'll be discovering Alaska. We have our Exploration Central, which is located in our crow's nest. And we have Alaska in Concert by BBC Earth. That is an amazing show. I really recommend that you can catch that while you're on board. They will play live footage from the TV series with live musicians playing along with it. It's a great experience. We also have experts on board and on shore to answer your questions and discuss each protocol with you and what you can see and what they can assist you with. So a little more about Exploration Central. This, again, is located up on Deck 12 in the crow's nest. It is designed to make guest journeys more engaging, vivid, and meaningful. You can gain insights from the best tours to the most popular sites and more. They will have live talks up there and guides that can help you research each protocol and what you want to do there and answer any questions that you have. They will also tell you stories of their encounters and things that they've experienced while on shore. Again, a little bit more about BBC Earth. We have a partnership with them. So there will be plenty of shows that you can see that has Planet Earth, 2 in Concert, Alaska in Concert, Inside Earth, and Blue Planet 2. I highly recommend you catching one of these shows. It is a great experience that you will not forget. They will show the days and times that these performances will happen. It will be listed in your when and where that is outside your stateroom every day. Next that I want to share with you is if you are a music lover, we have our music walk. We have the most popular B.B. King Blues Band, our Billboard on Board dueling pianos, and our Lincoln Center stage. The Lincoln Center stage chambers music with world-class musicians. They play classic or contemporary music. I passed by there while they were playing, and they had Bohemian Rhapsody and also ABBA that they were playing, and to listen to that on those instruments was a great experience as well. The dueling pianos, that gets packed every day. They will do 80s one day, 90s the next day, and guests are singing along and having a great time. And B.B. King, that area is packed every night. I've told myself that I'm only going to stay for a song or two, and hours later, you're still there. People get on the dance floor and they just have a great time. You can catch these shows before dinner and also later into the evening. Next is our world stage. This is the location that BBC Earth also plays and EXC talks. But we also have other great performances. We have our Step One Dance Company. They are a 6-person contemporary dance unit, and they do 4 shows on 4 nights. This year, they're started adding 2 shows. Originally, they only had 2 shows that they did, which was Stages and Humanity, both great, amazing shows. And I was just advised that they just added 2 additional new shows. So I hope that you guys get to experience that as well. Here's another photo of the world stage with all the lights on. There's not a bad seat in the house. You can see and hear from any seat. And now to talk about the great, amazing food on board for all you food lovers. We have a partnership with Food and Wine, and we offer exceptional shore excursions that you can experience this with. Like I mentioned before, you can go on a wine tour, you can go shopping in the port of call with one of the executive chefs. Those tend to be quite popular. I also wanted to discuss like one of the amenities that you'll have is the signature beverage package and what's included with that. It includes like our Coca-Cola products, our signature mocktails, Red Bull, bottles of water, which includes sparkling water, and also cocktails. So premium beers, spirits, cocktails, and wines by the glass. Anything that's $11 and under. A specialty cocktail that may be something a little extra fancy that is above that would be an additional cost, but this covers, 90% of the options on board. Another dining location is the main dining room. This is a 2-story location. So we have our upper dining room and then our lower dining room. And next location is the Pinnacle Grill. This is an additional cost of $39 per person for dinner and $15 per person for lunch. I highly recommend if you have the chance to try this venue for dining. It is a great, amazing steakhouse and great food. They have bacon on a hanger. You can have crab, steak, amazing portions. I don't think, anytime I've dined there, I don't even know if we've been able to finish everything.
So Danielle, with our special amenities, we do have 1 night of specialty dining in the Pinnacle Grill. So this would be an opportunity for everybody to be able to experience it at no additional cost, correct?
Yes, definitely. Yes. And you guys can also, use that amenity before you get on board. So, once you do your online check-in and you want to, pre-book shore excursions, you can also use the dining amenity to pre-book a night in the Pinnacle Grill or any other specialty dining restaurant that's on board. So another location, which you can also use the amenity on, is the Tamarind Restaurant. This is an Asian infused restaurant. One of my favorites. If I could eat here every night, I would. This is additional cost of $29 per person. It's a great setting. You can even have steak here. There's like chicken curry. There's sushi options. It's just a really great dining experience here as well. And with the sushi, you can also have this separate. The costs are based like kind of, a la carte. You can also do this just sushi, or you can also have these ordered, while you're in the Tamarind Restaurant. The Nami Sushi is located inside the restaurant as well. The next restaurant is the Canaletto. This is Italian. This is also located inside the Lido Market restaurant on board. It's in the back aft corner. If you love Italian food, this is also a place to come. The additional cost is $29 per person, and you can use the amenity on this one as well. And here is our Lido Market. This is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they also do like a midnight snack. It is a great location if you just kind of maybe want something quick, or you know, you're passing through, they'll have sandwiches. There's an amazing salad bar, an almond bar for breakfast. And then in the evening for dinner, they usually mirror the dining room menu. So if you just didn't want to go and, you know, get, you know, too dressed up and you just kind of wanted to pass through, you know, you can eat here in the Lido Market. You could take it out by the pool. You know, you can sit wherever you like. Next on here is the Dive-In Burger. These are made to order. It is listed as one of the #1 cruise burgers to have. They also on the menu have hot dog, grilled chicken burger, and a special fry sauce. I really suggest that you try this if you like burgers. Also, just to mention, this is also available for in-room dining. So on your TV stateroom, you can look at the options of what's available for in-room dining, or on our Navigator app on your phone. You can even pre-order it on your phone. That way, you know, by the time you get there, it'll be ready. There is an additional charge if you have it for room service. I believe it's like $5, but that's available 24 hours. Another location is the New York Pizza. This is made to order as well. It is amazing. I highly recommend you try this. They offer salad and other things here, or you can just add it to, you know, something small in the Lido Market or whatever you'd like. This is a very popular location. They're open for breakfast and lunch as well, and dinner. And as I mentioned, you have 24-hour in-room dining. Let's say you just don't feel like, you know, going and getting breakfast, you can have it brought to your stateroom. There will be a card in your stateroom that you can actually, you know, set up what you want for coffee and breakfast and the time you want it delivered to your stateroom, that you can pick out the night before. You just have to have it outside, you know, your stateroom, you know, I think by 2 a.m. Another attraction on board that I wanted to share with you is the Lido Midship Pool. The great thing about this is that there is a Megrodome retractable roof. So as you see, it's open here. If it tends to get windy or a little cloudy, or, you know, maybe the weather isn't favorable, we can close that down. And then you can still be out by the pool and enjoy it without, you know, having the wind or the rain if there's that. And there also is an aft pool, which is also popular. But also here in the midship pool, they also do movie nights. There'll be a drop-down projector screen that they will show movies, and they'll have snacks out there where you can get, you know, a couple different flavors of popcorn and some snacks to go with the movie. It tends to be a popular setting as well. While you're on board, you can also visit the greenhouse spa. There is a whirlpool. We have the ceramic heated lounge chairs with floor-to-ceiling windows. You can just look at the view while you lay there comfortably with the warmth in your robe. There is also a thermal suite, whirlpool and jets, aromatherapy steam room, and a dry sauna. Some of these features are at an additional cost, but those will be listed in your stateroom as well. You can also book those on the Navigator app. And I would also check your Win and Wear program each day, because they will list specials, which is really great. You can get some good deals. And here's a photo I wanted to share. This is Alaska in the background. So on your cruise, you can also just, on any deck or on your balcony, just read a book. There's blankets available. You can just take in the views and have some coffee or a cocktail, and just really enjoy the sailing. And we look forward to welcoming you all on board.
Great. Thank you, Danielle. Can you make me the presenter again, please?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Well, it was wonderful to hear about all of the great amenities and experience while on the cruise ship from Danielle, but just wanted to recap some of the special Vista Club amenities that we have for our sailing. So you heard Danielle talk about the signature beverage package, which just includes a wide variety and a wide array of beverages for you to be able to enjoy. You also have a surf Wi-Fi internet package that is included with your trip. You've got the one night of specialty dining in the Pinnacle Grill. I know it's early, but wow, I would love to have some steak and that burger right about now. You also have one shore excursion up to $100 value, or you can have $100 off a shore excursion. So you've got that as well included with your amenities. We're going to have a wonderful Vista Club cocktail party one of the nights that we're on the ship. And then compliments of Vista Club, all of your gratuities for the entire trip, both land and on the cruise, have been taken care of for you. Compliments of First State Bank Vista Club. So I just want to recap again where our cruise is going to be exploring. So we're going to be exploring the calm waters and the wild sights of Alaska's Prince William Sound. Now, I traveled on an Alaska cruise in 2019, and I will tell you it was some of the calmest waters. I have to agree on that. So you'll see the glacier carved fjords, the pristine wildlife around every turn. You're going to be able to see the marine wildlife as we're sailing along. You heard about Hubbard Glacier. This is Beth Glacier, Beth Hubbard. I know this glacier was created for you in your name. It is certainly gigantic, as you heard Danielle talk about. It is more than 6 miles wide where it meets the ocean. So why is Hubbard Glacier so famous? Again, not because it's named after Beth, but it's famous for being North America's largest tidewater glacier. So not only are we going to see Hubbard Glacier, but we're also going to be, as you heard Danielle talk about, we're going to see two. We're going to see Glacier Bay National Park, which consists of many glaciers. So it takes several hours to travel through, and it is an iconic Alaska experience. So some of the ports of call, you've got downtown Juneau, which is just a maze of streets running past a mix of new structures and old storefronts. You've got some quaint houses featuring back to the early 19th century architecture from it's the town of the gold mining days here. It's a waterfront bustle with many cruise ships that sail here, fishing boats, float planes, zipping in and out of this area. And with Juneau, no road access to Juneau. So it's the only state capital in the United States that can only be reached by airplane or boat. You got Juneau's lively downtown. It's very compact. It's easy to navigate on foot. And again, always a favorite with visitors. So you've got everything within walking distance to the cruise ship docks. Many Juneau's famous attractions like the State Capitol building. You've got churches, museums, and the historic South Franklin Street here. It's a refurbished historical district with many buildings that date back to the early 1900s. But since then, it's turned into bars and gift shops and restaurants and lots of things to do here to be able to walk around the downtown area. You got Skagway. We're going to go to Skagway, and this is again a popular port for Alaska cruise ships, and you'll be able to see why here. With its town is brimming with gold rush history. You've got unique culture, amazing opportunities again to be able to enjoy the state's renowned natural beauty. You've got the Parks Visitor Center in Skagway. It's a great place to be able to start exploring the Gold Rush era. So it's housed in an 1898 railroad depot. This was very neat. I went in there. You've got some great exhibits that educate us about the Gold Rush that led to the modern day Skagway. So it's you can take part of many activities here. They've got a film that you should see a film screen. Again, it's a great place to be able to start before you walk through the town. And you can certainly walk around or choose one of the optional tours through the cruise line. We're going to travel through Lynn Canal, which is actually an inlet. It's not necessarily a canal. It's going to take us into mainland of southeast Alaska. We're going to sail along pods of orca and breaching humpbacks. You know, it's remote, but not far away from Alaska is the wilderness of both land and sea. So you got Ketchikan, Alaska. This is really the beginning of the last frontier. It's set at the southernmost entrance of Alaska's famed Inside Passage. So it's a network of waterways that sort of snake through some of the most jaw-dropping, beautiful wilderness in the world. And Ketchikan is best known for three things. It's got its feisty salmon, its beautiful scenery, as you can see here, and it's incredibly rich with Alaskans' native culture, as Danielle talked about the totem poles here. Alaska's Inside Passage is a water route. It begins with the Gulf of Alaska and Puget Sound. It is this popular Alaska cruise ship route is known, again, like I said, for its calm waters, boundless history, and some spectacular scenery. Our cruise is going to arrive in Vancouver, British Columbia, early in the morning. And here's where we're going to get off the ship and board our motor coach as we transfer down to Seattle, Washington for late afternoon flights home. So again, recapping our departure dates, we've got our northern departure and our southern departure, July 18th and August 1st. Different staterooms and categories to be able to choose from, whether you want an inside stateroom or you want some views with the outside stateroom or a balcony. Again, your prices include your round trip airport transfers, your airfare from Chicago, all of your port charges, and again, special for VISTA Club, gratuities, compliments of First State Bank VISTA Club have all been included for you. Mayflower offers an optional traveler's protection plan. So if you would like to, you know, I highly suggest you protecting your travel investment. And if you would need to cancel for any reason, as long as you notified us 1 day prior to departure, you would get a full refund less the cost of the traveler's protection plan, which is $399 per person. And then also while traveling, it's an insurance that's included for trip delay, luggage, or medical reasons. So again, I highly suggest that you purchase this traveler's protection plan. And if you do want to purchase, it does need to be paid for at time of making your reservation or at your deposit time here. So to secure your spot on the cruise and to secure your cabin category, you would need to make a $400 per person deposit. Plus, again, if you want that optional traveler's protection plan, then you would need to include that $399. So a total of $799 per person is due at time of making your reservation. So thank you very much for letting us talk about our great Alaska cruise. I would like to turn it back over to Beth